It was 5 days before Christmas in 1998. I was 7, and all I wanted was a talking tattletale. What's a tattletale, you may ask? Are you kidding? It's one of the cutest new toys out there. It talks, sings, dances, eats. Heck, I won't be surprised if it poops, too. I wanted one so bad, and I've been extra good this year. I would get excited when the ad comes on the TV and sing along with the jingle. Bedtime for me. I couldn't sleep a wink, so I decided to ponder around the house until I got tired. There was nothing on TV, I ate a donut, and basically did nothing. Until I realized that my mom was asleep, and I know exactly where she hides presents. Down the basement I went. I found a table with rolls of wrapping paper and shopping bags filled with goodies. I looked through the bags, then I found a tattletale. I was so excited. I wanted to scream and jump up and down with joy, but I also did not want to wake up Mommy. I carefully took the tattletale out of its box, holding it, its eyes just twinkling at me. Its adorable smile, its soft fur. Then it spoke to me. "Tattletale, that's me!" Surprising me, I dropped it. Thank goodness it didn't break. I didn't do anything. It just spoke on its own. I picked up the tattletale and brushed off some of the dust. It winked at me. "Happy birthday!" I giggled thinking that was cute. Then I felt its tummy vibrate. "Give me a treat!" It was hungry. I just figured that it came with some plastic treats, but no, it wanted real food. Taking the tattletale upstairs with me to the fridge, I found a piece of cheesecake from dessert, so I fed it that. It really wolfed that down faster than I could count to 3. "Brush me," it commanded. The fur was still a little dusty. A hairbrush was on the couch. The tattletale sings as I brush its fur. I was so worried about waking up Mommy, but there was no signs of her being disturbed. I could hear her slight snoring. The tattletale then yawns. "Me tired." So I went downstairs and put the tattletale back. Why or how was Mommy not disturbed? I was tired myself, so I went back to bed. It was just a normal day, just like the night never happened until bedtime. A little past midnight that I woke up, there was a loud clunking noise. It was coming from downstairs in the basement. The washing machine was on. Why? Mommy usually does her laundry in the daytime. I opened it and saw the tattletale giggling. How did it get out of its wrapping and into the washing machine? I didn't open it this time. Another thing is, how did it get in there, or why was it in there? "Me dizzy, hee hee hee," it giggled. Uh-oh. The tattletale's battery was dying, so I found the charging station that came along with it. In an eye blink, it was all charged up. The tattletale needed to go back in its package, but by accident, I knocked over and broke a vase. The power went out and the tattletale was spazzing out. It didn't like the dark, so I found an old dying flashlight with a loose bulb. At least it shut the tattletale up. But then I saw those glowing red eyes out of the darkness. Only for a quick second, though, because the power came back on. What in the world was that? I simply put the tattletale back then went to bed. The next night, I was trying to go back to sleep, but I couldn't. There was a strange sound coming from the basement. It sounded like a broken VCR. So I went down to the basement and found out not the tattletale, but its mama. By the commercial, I thought she was recalled for some unknown reason, but it was her making that noise. None of her buttons were pressed. Well, I then pressed the play button. The noise stopped, but then she told a short story about herself and her children. When Mama Tattletail was done telling her story, I went back upstairs to go back to bed, but then I heard the Tattletails giggling. Oh no. I looked in the living room and found it in the middle of a big mess. How did it get up here, and how did it make such a big mess? Was I sleepwalking while playing with Tattletail? What's going on? Cluelessly, I was taking the Tattletail back to the basement. Then it says, "Show me Mama." Whatever. So I went to show Tattletail its Mama, but then she was gone. Where's Mama? I put the Tattletail away, cleaned up its mess, then suddenly the power went out again, trying to ignore it and go back to bed. Those red eyes were following me. It was Mama Tattletail. I made sure that I was very quiet and didn't make a sound. I went to bed and nothing else happened. The next night, I woke up once again to Tattletail's giggling, but this time it was coming from outside. So I went outside in the dark winter's night, and in the garage, I found not just one Tattletail, but two of them. They wanted to play hide and seek with me. I had no choice, I felt. As the one Tattletail hides, the other Tattletail and I went seeking as Mama watches us. In the last hiding place, the other Tattletail was next to a video cassette. I put both Tattletails away and went up to my room to play the tape on my TV. It was the commercial for Tattletail, but it wasn't like the ones I see on TV. It was distorted, the music was off, and there were trash bags and bodies in the background. What's going on? Terrified, I turned off the tape and went to bed. It was Christmas Eve. "Wake up, wake up, wake up!" cheered the Tattletail. I woke up finding it on top of my TV. How did it get there? "We're having a party for Mama," said the Tattletail. "Come join us." I went to the basement with the Tattletail and saw the glowing lights like on the Christmas tree. There were 4 Tattletails around a circle with a star in the middle, with the Christmas lights. The tape was in the middle, and each Tattletail had a cupcake with a candle. "No more Mama!" they all chanted. Again, and Mama Tattletail was watching us all. She came closer and closer to me, glowing red eyes, sharp teeth, and with a sinister voice. "Mama's looking after you." "Break the tape!" yelled one Tattletail. Quickly, I came over to the tape and smashed it with my foot. Mama screeches with terror. Lights were flickering. Everything was shaking. Then suddenly, all the Tattletails were wrapped up in their boxes. Everything was back to normal. On my way back to bed, the phone rang. I answered it. Nothing much, just noise from the other side. I hung up the phone and went back to bed. It was Christmas Day. After these past few nights, I had no idea how to react. I slowly walked to the living room and saw Mommy sitting on the couch with a cup of tea, and the Tattletail sitting under the tree with a note from Santa saying, "Merry Christmas." The Tattletail looks at me, winks, and says to me, "Thank you."